At the heart of Spanish music is a term called duende. It means lots of things as far as I can tell. It means inspiration. It might mean a chance to escape our daily lives. In a sense, a notion or an imaginary realm. But perhaps it's a kind of ecstasy from just the experience of a new idea. One of the examples I like to think about for inspired new ideas is from a concert I went to see in Montreal a long time ago, but it featured the duo of Michel Donato and Karen Young, which is just bass and voice. It's a pretty vulnerable duo. There's no chords. The bass is outlining the chords, but he's also playing a bass line that's supporting the singer. So they have to be really strong musicians just to stay together. So this concert was great. They're wonderful musicians. We got to the last song, and Michel Donato took a bass solo. Well, the audience liked it, but they said, do another one. Encore. So we took a second solo. At this point, I thought something peculiar was going on. They said, no, that was okay. That was good. Do another one. They clapped and said encore. And he took a third one, and it was a bit louder when they said encore for the fourth one. And after he played the fourth one, they said, yeah, that was really good, but we need you to do another one. Then I figured out what this audience was after. This audience wanted risk. Up to this point, Michel had been playing it safe. He's got to keep time on his own. He's got to keep the harmonies in his head. But they wanted him to take chances. They knew he wasn't taking the chances that he was capable of. And they clapped and they pushed until he took those risks. And when he finished, he came in after the 32 bars. They responded in kind. They responded, yeah, that was fantastic. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, I wouldn't want to play for this audience. Man, they just don't want you to play good or perfect. They want risk. And maybe that's what Duende is all about. It's about taking a chance and succeeding. Or even if you don't quite succeed, you almost get there. You do something unexpected. And it's that unexpected nature of things that's special. Because, if you bought the record, you know what it's probably going to sound like. But it's going beyond the record and taking a chance. Taking a chance means you might make a mistake. But maybe the mistake is worth the thrill of getting there. Something very similar happened once to Julian Bream when he was invited to take part in a tribute to the great gypsy guitarist Django Reinhardt. It was a TV show being filmed in France, and Stéphane Grappelli had personally invited Bream to show up. Bream grew up playing in jazz bands with his father, so he was capable of writing a solo. And he did just that. He wrote a solo. And so they showed up and they did this elaborate sound check. Of course, if it's going to be live to TV, it's got to be tough sound check, right? So they did it all. Julian played his little solo. And that was that. He came back to do the show. And he came out for his little number. And he did his solo. And Grappelli was just like that Montreal audience. He said, do another one. Julian had kind of futzed around enough to have some interesting ideas he could play in the second one. And when that was over, Stéphane said, do a third one. And at this point, Bream was out of ideas. So we kind of had to play arpeggios. It's kind of like playing Giuliani exercises through a Django Reinhardt song. Anyways, risk. We need risk. We need risk takers. Perhaps it's embedded in our genes. The outliers make our lives bigger. They explore, they take chances. If they fail, but they get up and they try again.